this glass in my hand and you come over, just know you better be giving me some tea, or I got some tea to give you, or I want to be quiet and just relax like I'm being a single parent. There's things that, conversations that need to be had. You know what I'm saying? At least. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, my name is VaneSSuh. I'm a corporate baddie by day, I'm a nursing student by night, and I'm a badass mom 365. Again, if you are new here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, tell me what you want to see, or just drop some hearts to let me know that you love it. Anyway, I passed second semester. I'm not going to say that, I don't know if that was the toughest semester, because after it's all said and done, I'm not going to say that it was easy. Was it hard? Yes. Compared to first, now that I know more baseline of the knowledge, no. Found fundamentals. I don't know where I would rate it. That's weird. I don't know where I would rate how hard second semester is, but I will say second semester, when you get to med-surg, that's the chokehold part. Most people say that it's OB that takes them out, and I did fine. Whether that be because I'm a mother or not, I did fine. So to each their own, but it's definitely a lot of information because of med-surg. So that area of second semester, it's straight up that's how true it is. Okay, so that was second semester. The ending gave me more anxiety than the actual med-surg proportion, only because even though I was doing fine in the class, even though I was passing the class, that final exam is always like, yo, this is it. This is the determination. Now, you don't have to pass the final to pass the class. However, you just have to get, what is our passing score? 80. 80 above in the class, or 79.45 if you want to be really technical. Which, being technical is a good thing. It comes in handy when students need it. But yeah, you need to get an 80 in the overall class and then a satisfactory in clinicals. So I wasn't worried about the clinical proportions because I have shown up, showed out. I was late once and it didn't even count. Okay, so I'm cool on that part. I've always shown up to lecture, and I've done all my assignments. I've done the extra assignments. I've done the remediation. So my grade overall was I think it was at an 84. And I'm gonna take it. Say what you want. I'm gonna take it. I passed my final with an 84. I'll take it. Out of 100 questions, I promise you, I'm not complaining. I passed. It is what it is. So I'm just happy to be here. Happy to still be in the game and pushing forward. It's just a lot of mixed emotions during this time. So I'm still coming off that high. Forgive me, I am in my bonnet this morning because I said today's Saturday and I need a self-care day. Actually a self-care week before I go back. So we start back on the 17th. And I only have a few days. So within those few days, I'm just going to eat, sleep, pray, love. Okay, because I don't want to see anything nursing school. And the crazy ironic part about that is that we have an assignment due the first day back. So clearly I have to do it in order to get credit for it the first day back. But Blackboard doesn't open until whatever. It still has to get done, and it's a pre-sem assignment. So I'm gonna do my best to fit it in where it fits in. I am not too worried about it, but I'm just gonna get it done because I just want to give myself that breather. Everybody needs that breather because you might not be tired, you're just overstimulated. And I think with nursing school, it provides a lot of overstimulation. So I just need to reduce my stimulation, my stimulation, whatever. I just need to reduce it so I can perform better on this third and final round. So, yeah, I'm going on a self-care journey today. Shout out to all of you who have graduated in May. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to everybody who has graduated thus far. Congratulations to y'all for passing, still coming into your classes, starting this new semester whenever it begins. I don't know, sometimes you have 7 semesters, sometimes you don't. Either way, pat yourself on the back. Congratulations to you for sticking it out. You are doing a great job, okay? And shout out to Miss Alana Taylor, she got her BSN, and shout out to Miss Diamond Tierra, she got her BSN. Those are 2 YouTubers that I followed from like the very beginning, before nursing school was even like a thing, and I was so invested in their journey, and just to watch them like actually do life, like it wasn't smooth, it was a setback, you know, and they came back harder. To watch that is just amazing. So shout out to you girlies. I love you girls. Continue to do great things. But I'm going to get my Saturday started.
All right, so my hair is washed, deep conditioned, hot oil treatment. I did it all, like, because it needed it after being under my sewing for a little while. So it just needed some TLC, and that's what it got. And now I'm about to flat iron it because I'm not leaving it like Diana. All right, guys, here's the final look. Today is Monday. It's Monday morning. I'm getting ready to go to work. So this is how my hair turned out after the flexi rods. Scrum diddly yum yum, okay? Because this is a look. If this one would just cooperate in the layering, we would be all right. But I am heading on to work, spray my smell goods. I don't know what I want to smell like today. That's crazy. Oof. I don't know what to smell like today, but I'm gonna spray down this perfume, and then I'm going to run out this door. And if this one piece don't cooperate, I'm going. Y'all, they is not playing with us, because as soon as we get back, we in class till 9 p.m. I have never been in class till 9 p.m. Like, goddamn. Like, I'm in class every day in person. Okay, it gets better, because this is how it's supposed to be. But May, they got us in a chokehold. They is not playing with us, turning us every which way but loose. All right now I'm working from home today because I gotta take my kid to the dentist. But in the meantime, between time, I'm gonna complete the med maps. These are all the meds. There's a lab somewhere in there, and I think I have some questions. I'm gonna try to knock all this out way before 10:30 so that I have it done for tomorrow, because tomorrow's the first day of class. So it's later on in the day. I decided to take a break because the amount of things that she's requesting for the sim is more than normal. I thought I was gonna be done by 10:30, and no, I still have some things to do. I was like, but I want to wrap up this package for my best friend and drop it to the post office so that she can get it. This is a late Mother's Day present, but I can show you guys because she'll get it, and then by the time I post this video, everybody's safe. So it is what it is. But I got her this cute little Pandora bracelet. So it has a D, that's her son's initial. It has Eeyore, is it this way? Eeyore, because that's her favorite character. the September birthstone, and then she's a Virgo, and so is my god baby. So this is her starter set. She never has had a Pandora bracelet, so I thought it'd be cute for me to gift her one. I'm also gonna be giving her, I have to line the box with bubble wrap because I'm giving her glass. She has a card, which is somewhere. Her card is going in there. I got this long stem wine glass from Crate and Barrel, so there's an outlet. And this gives me Olivia Pope vibes, and yes, I just feel like as a mom, every mom needs this glass. Whether you put actual wine in it, whether you put hard liquor in it, whether you put juice in it or water, you just need this glass just to feel empowered, like you have your life together. Like this glass gives you the illusion that you have your ish together, and this is, I have one, I bought one for myself, and I bought one for her. And you may say, oh, why are you only giving her one wine glass? Why aren't you giving her a set? What did I just say? This is for you, okay? Like, I have other wine glasses that I would share with my friends. I was like, but you know, while I'm, for right now, okay? This is the boss baddie, okay? This is the don't, I've had a long day. When you see this glass in my hand and you come over, just know you better be giving me some tea, or I got some tea to give you, or I want to be quiet and just relax. Like I'm telling you, this is the glass. This is the Olivia Pope glass, and all moms need one. Thank you later. Crate and Barrel. And then, Trader Joe's had a wine. I've been seeing it on TikTok. I was influenced. I know I have to say on TikTok, but I got influenced by it. It's here, but I already done wrapped it, triple wrapped it, so I'm not gonna show you, but I'm gonna show you one of mine. So this is what the girls were saying to get. I ain't tried it yet, but they had different flavors. So I know she likes strawberry, so I gave her the strawberry one. This one is a peach one. I might pop this one open soon. The girl was heavily influenced, so Trader Joe's. I'm gonna go ahead, line this box, and then pack up all her stuff.
Right there. Yeah. It will walk you through. Okay, it'll walk you through the steps. But remember, this is the national council, so this won't say anything about your specific state. It'll just say register with your state. All of y'all are going to be North Carolina Board of Nursing. You're going to be South Carolina. So I gave you this resource if you need that. I also wrote it out because I'm a checkoff person. Okay, so
I'm really thankful my instructor explained the calendar, because I mean, I don't know if I said this or whatever, but that calendar was hella intimidating, but we got that under control. It's no longer intimidating. It's just I precepted in the ED. I don't know if I told you that, but I'm gonna tell you that again. I precepted in the ED and I got my preceptor. I have successfully picked out all 8 days that I'm going to precept in the ED, and I start Friday. I'm in the ED, so I'm gonna just tell you right now, I am not gonna get any footage of that. That is crazy. That is madness. So I'll just check in with you guys Saturday to tell you how it went, or probably Saturday morning when I get off. So it's the next day. What is today? Today's Wednesday. I'm supposed to be at work. I'm not at work. And the one time where I'm just like, I'm gonna work from home, actually everybody has an issue, everybody has a problem. Things that were supposed to be delivered on Monday of last week miraculously want to be delivered either between today and tomorrow. And y'all know I don't work Thursdays and Fridays, at least in the office. So just been putting out fires this morning. It's 9:32. So yesterday you saw a clip of our excuse me, why I got so much gas, of our information session for the Nclex and then the bridge program. The bridge program was more, it was self-explanatory. It was more easy. I already Thank God. I already have all the classes, so I can do what I did again for the bridge program, which is only focused on the nursing part of the classes, because I don't have to take extra classes because I already have those classes. So that's a good thing. That application period opens in September and it's until January. So I have a lot to do between then and now, in the sense of I have to take the ATI predictor. So instead of a T score for the bridge program, it's just a predictor for the PN, and we just have to get, the percentile of 70.9, which equates to a 90% passing. So I have to do that, but then my instructor did say that if I did it before I took the Nclex, it was a great way to test myself. So we'll see. I'm trying to put everything into perspective right now. All this damn money. Can we really talk about it? All this damn money for the Nclex. Background checks that I already did. Like, you know, fingerprints that are already in the system with the government. Not because of anything bad, but I do carry, and I'm a military veteran. Like, my prints are in the system 1,001 times over. So it's just the retaking of prints, and like I printed for my actual job that I do right now. And fingerprints don't change, so I'm not really understanding, but whatever. Okay. All that damn money. $200 to take the Nclex. I think $78 for Pearson View. And $38 for a background check. I'm not complaining, but like, damn, I would think that the school put like this in fees, but I understand, but I don't, but I do, but I don't. Put it in fees, because if you don't pass third semester, you don't get that money back, but I feel like you should, but who am I? But there's gonna be a way around it. Anyway, what am I doing today? So I might go into work today, which derailed my entire operation, unless my coworker has my back. Normally he does. He's actually in. So hopefully things will go smooth. But what's on the agenda for today, we're doing the Nurse Think review later on at 4. I don't have to be in person for that. She changed that last minute. She changed it yesterday. So that is a plus. I do start my preceptorship Friday in the ED, so kind of excited. What else do I have to do? I need to study. Like, I've got all my assignments done. Where are we at? It's my book. And not even being friendly. Like, this is all like the assignments that we had. So like, it's assignments and things that I personally need to do. So this is the lecture, and I did an outline. I also printed out the slides, wrote on the slides, which were cool. I have an outline of that chapter to give me a brief overview, important bullet points. And then I did the prep use, which was just answering questions and Nclex style questions, which I normally do, which wasn't bad. We also, I told you yesterday, we was gonna take the leadership exam. I took that. I already did my remediation for it. Speaking of that, I didn't even check my grade to see how much hours I need to do, but I'm crossing my fingers that it's only 2, because that's how much remediation I did. So when I say I'm just trying to knock out, I need time to study, because now it's studying for the Nclex, among other things that's happening in the world. Oh, we're gonna have a breakout mom session, because champagne and conversations is what I'm about to call it, because I know we've all had this moment where, not that it's not one, if it's not one thing, it's another, but like you can be doing the best that you're doing and everything is, although everything is going well and there's no issues, it's like that one phone call that you get, or that one email, or you know, that one bill that you get, and you're just like you know what I'm saying? Like, I was at work and I had to catch myself. I really just sat there and I was like, when I get frustrated, I angry cry. Like, because I don't know why I angry cry. Like, I don't boo-hoo, but I'm so frustrated and I can't speak, and all that's gonna come off is the tears. And I had that moment at work and I had to really just I had to like go in a conference room and just get myself together, because it was just a multitude of things. Like, yes, I'm going to school and I'm happy. Yes, I'm making sure, you know, my child is good and he gets everything and I'm paying attention to him. She didn't release these grades yet. Okay, I'll check back again by noon. Yes, I'm happy, like I'm doing good. And it's not that I'm not tired, I'm just overstimulated. I'm very overstimulated. And it's just like, I'm trying to do everything at one time, and I'm a great multitasker, but I just came to a point where I was just like, fuck it. I don't care if it gets done. And I don't like being there, because it's a slippery slope when you start doing. Like, certain things I can do that with, but I know myself. Like, once I say, whew, ain't no turning back. That's just, and I'm trying not to be like that. But then I also have to remember to give myself that grace, give myself that break that I need, that break that I preach to y'all about doing. Like, I have to remember that, you know, look inwards, take your own advice, and do that for yourself. And don't get me wrong, I do, but sometimes it's just not enough. Like, I'm telling you, what was that, spring break? I didn't open a book. I was living my best life. Like, it was one of those times where I just felt so relieved, to the point where I'm doing shit. Mind you, I have class in 2 hours. Like, I didn't even register. Like, I'm always on top of everything, but I was so free and not like tightly bound to the schedule that I literally forgot I had class in 2 hours, and I was damn near an hour away. Like, you know, and I still had to go home, drop my kid off, get my uniforms, and then haul ass to class. Like, you know, like it's so amazing. Like, I mean, I made it, but still, like, that type of break is just on another level. I kind of slacked off in the gym area, but I'm going back. We are going back. Actually, I think I'm trying out Pilates on Saturday. We're gonna see how that goes. Pilates, in addition to weightlifting, should get me where I need to be. But futuristically, I think the things that stress me out is the fact that, like, I have a job. Obviously, y'all know that. I'm going to school, obviously. And I'll be having basically a second job, you know, once I start in the ED. So I'll be working 2 jobs. And people do this. Like, you know, I'm not the exception to the rule. People do this. They work 2 jobs and they do go to school. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but for me, first, I just have to panic. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. This is probably me just panicking. So I can do all it. I can do all these things. It's just the panicking, how I'm getting everything done. And then also I have a preteen, a pre-preteen, you know, the 11-year-old, he's getting older. He's asking questions. He does well in school. You know, I'm there, I show support, but again, being a single parent, there's conversations that need to be had. You know what I'm saying? At least for for me, I want those conversations to be had so that later on down the road, there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no backlash or unrequited feelings about what's going on, because he does see his dad in the summertime. They don't really talk on the phone. Their relationship is mostly through text, which bothers me, but I've come to a point where I can't teach somebody else how to be a parent. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not above it, but we're past that. You know, it's too many years. We're past that, you know? So for me, you have to give people the opportunity to fail. Not saying that I know he's going to fail, but you just have to leave that up for interpretation, and I can't force anything. I don't desire to force anything, because to be the person that desires to force things, especially when it comes to my kid, you're only hurting. Like, you think it's benefiting them, but it's actually not. My stance on it is I give it room. I give that relationship room. And I don't give my son my opinion about his father. He's never heard me say anything crazy about his father. Like, ever. Like, I leave that for interpretation. You know, so he has his own opinion. That's my biggest thing. I want him to have his own opinion of his dad. Like, he has his own opinion of me. Like, you know, and I can see it. The teachers will tell me, like, you know, if he's writing his about me, like, you know, when it comes to the family proportion, everything is mom, 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 mom. Like, I know my son's clear depiction of me and what I do. When it comes to his dad, it's kind of murky waters that I try to help him flow through. And no one talks about this because it's hard. I mean, no one talks about it also because the running stance is that, you know, they'll get over it, they're children, like, you know, you brush it off, you don't talk about it, but when you don't talk about it, you end up raising a child with a lot of resentment, you know. And it's not, okay, accountability somewhat is your fault, but if you don't know how to talk about it, like, you know, it's creating a cycle of untalked about things. And then, you know, now they're an adult and they're trying to dump all this trauma. I'm trying to prevent all that, which is why I am big on, hey, we need to talk, you know? So having that conversation with him, like, how does he feel about his father, you know? And I just try to gauge it, because the conversation that I had with his dad is so delusional to me that I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I didn't even store it in my memory bank. Like, I had bullet points of what we spoke about, and I know what I was feeling in my reactions, but I also know at the time which point he was talking that I mentally tuned out and purposely did not store that in my memory bank. Like, that's where we're at. But to say delusion is a thing, it's a thing, and it's real. And, you know, like I said, we all were young and dumb once. Some of us still are. Like, you know, if I wouldn't trade my son for the world, but it's on the level of be careful who you have kids with. It's really because everybody's quick to say, oh, you didn't know them before. People wear masks. Like, you know, people do wear masks. And a lot of times people wear rose-colored glasses. And to be honest with you, when it came to him, I didn't like him. I know, that's crazy. I didn't like him. I didn't like him. And everybody's like, oh my God, he's a great guy. Like, you know, because he seems great to everybody. And for me, like, it just wasn't hitting. Like, it wasn't hitting. Everybody's great. Why don't you? Oh my God. Like, you know, and they're telling me all these great things. And I was like, you know, your problem is you have a type. Date outside your type. Like, you know, you never might who you might find. And it's like, okay, you know, I'm listening to everybody, and that's the first and last time I will never listen to anybody. Like, I promise you, like, that right there was like, this is why I don't listen to people. Because it started off, there's nothing wrong with him, but he did not sit right with me. And people say this after the fact, but I said this during. He can even tell you, like, he to this day, or one thing, he's a lot of things, but when it comes to me, he will tell people, like, he ain't gonna lie, like, nah, she didn't like me, she don't like me, she currently still doesn't like, he will straight tell you that with a straight face and not be laughing, like, she don't mess with me like that. You know. Like, but anyway, all that to say that I'm raising a young man into society, and I want him to be a productive member of society. I want him to be able to, you know, feel his feelings, not feel like he has the world on his shoulder, and that's not his job. And at this age is when they actually start feeling like that. And, you know, I've gone to my male friends and I've asked, like, you know, there's a plethora. There's people who got stepdads, no dad, both parents. And I've asked, like, you know, how did that affect you? Like, how do you feel? And the main part, or the general consensus, was that they just wish, like, there was more things spoken about early. Like, at some point in time, the burden became on them because they felt like they were the problem. They were the issue of why their dad didn't show up. So for me, like, talking to him and telling him straight up, like, it's not your fault. I don't ever want you to think that your dad not showing up for you, not being there for you, is ever your fault. It is not your fault. That is a reflection of him, and you should not be taking on his responsibility. He has a responsibility to you. You do not have a responsibility to him. And I had to let him know that. And it's crazy because we're both sitting there, and I'm about to cry now, and I'm trying not to cry. Like, and I'm explaining this to him, and, you know, we always tell our boys, like, don't cry, you know. We're always telling our boys, don't cry, don't show your emotion. And, like, with him, he doesn't show his emotions. He's like me. Like, he doesn't show his emotions, but around people he'll show his emotions. Like, you know? So, like, he keeps it in, but he's going to ask that question. Like, you know, he's not, if it bothers him, he's not going to, like, let it stew. And I love that about him. He's very vocal, and that's how I taught him to be vocal. And, you know, when he just hit me with the, you know, well, why wasn't he there? And why isn't he ready? Like, my heart literally broke into pieces because he's noticing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not stupid to it. Children aren't stupid. They notice this shit. So, like, you know, I knew that he noticed, but I also knew it was time to have a conversation about it. Because the last time we had a conversation about it, honestly, to be very honest, like an in-depth true conversation, was when his dad first surfaced in, like, 2020 to build that relationship. But those questions were directed to me. All his energy was in his dad. Like, when I'm telling you, he was grilling his dad, even I was like, hey, that's still your dad. Like, just tone it down a little bit. Because I understand where your fire is coming from. I understand. And then, like, slowly when they start to get to know each other, like, you know, it was cool. It was handled. But I also know preteen years, that's when dad is needed.
For those who like to tussle, I'm not saying men are only important, fathers are only important in the preteen years. That is not what I am saying. I am saying during the preteen years, boys go from nurturing, wanting to be under their mother, to more so, I want to be with my dad. Dad then shows them things about manhood, things that as a woman I can't teach you. It's just a relatability. They go through that phase. This is that phase. And I can't be that person for him. And I recognize that.
You know what I'm saying? And it's what he does now is not enough. Let's be honest. It's not enough. Children want time. Children remember time. You know, you could give them the world and you give them everything and anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my son, materialistically and non-material, he does not go without. But he needs that void filled. And it was slowly getting filled till he realized it's nothing. Children notice it's nothing, but they don't know how to voice that it's nothing. So when we reconvened and I asked him like, hey, you know, how you doing? Because I would periodically check up about, you know, what him and his dad were talking about. They talk, you know, sometimes seems great, yada yada. Now, like, that built up anger, it's back on that level of where it started. It's back on that level. And just to have that conversation with him, it really broke my heart. Like, I'm crying, he's crying, like, you know, and me explaining to him, like, it's not your fault. Like, yes, talk to me, but it's not your fault. And in the same instance, it's like, what do I do? Like, as a mom, what do I do? Because no one's really navigated, at least people that I know that are in a similar situations like me, no one has really navigated to what I'm talking about. No one necessarily brings it up in conversation. No one really talks to their children about like their feelings and what's going on, especially like, you know, in a Caribbean household or even in the Black community. No one talks to their children like this. So I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So that's what's been weighing on me, and I'm telling you, like, that's literally just one thing, one email just set me off, because I don't know. I don't know how to navigate this water. I don't know what to tell my child. Like, I don't have all the answers, and I'm feeling what he's feeling because that's my child. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is my pride and joy. Like, to this day. When somebody says that, how's DJ, I get real happy. Like, you can tell I do this mother shit for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just hard. It's hard, and these are things that people don't talk about. And I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know if people understand. Like, I don't even know if you understand what the hell I'm saying. But these are things that people don't talk about, and it's just navigating raising a young man, you know. But needless to say, we had that conversation, and I really had to instill in him, like, it's not your fault. Don't ever think that it's your fault. Whatever your dad does has nothing to do with you. That is him. He is grown. His actions are his actions. Yes, they may hurt you, but it is not your fault. And I can see it now. Like, I'm not even being funny. He's going out there for the summer, but honestly, I don't think he wants to go back. I'm calling it now, and I don't sway him. Like, he tells me what he wants to do for the summer, and we gonna do it. Like, as of right now, his time is split between my parents' house and his father for the summer. Okay, cool. And honestly, I think I'm gonna say 7th grade, and that might even be a stretch, but I'm gonna say 7th grade for grace purposes. By 7th grade, like, hey, what you doing for the summer? What you wanna do? You wanna stay here? You wanna go here? Da-da-da. Going to his father's house is not gonna be an option. I see it. I even see it more so because even in conversation speaking to his dad, like, the one thing that he says to me is like, he can't give him time. He can give him money. But he can't give him time. The only time he's able to give to him is in the summertime. So, I need y'all to read between the lines of what I'm saying. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to navigate. I don't know how to navigate. If you have any suggestions, please feel free to drop them in the comment section. Now I know I just got finished saying this is why I don't listen to people, but I do take advice. I just take it with a grain of salt, and I'm not 19 years old anymore. You know, like I'm not. Like, the world is no longer on my shoulders, and I don't think I can take on everything and anything. And I know better. You know, my knees know better, my back knows better. Like, I promise you, like, I'm not 19 anymore. So, whatever suggestions that you guys might have, just drop them in the comments. Or if you're going through the same thing, like, let me know, like, how you handled it, how you're handling it, or just let me know, like, what's up, because So these are my steps to register to take the Nclex. So like I said, the $75, $38 comes out to like $113 plus the $200. So it's around, estimated is like $315 for everything just to take the Nclex. So it's kind of costly, but you know, we gotta do to get these license. North Carolina is actually a compact state, so what that means essentially is that I can practice in certain states that honor compact license, which is great for me, so I don't have to keep re-registering for licenses if I choose to travel one day. But that's just something to keep in mind. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going to do this, set up my account, pay these people, and make an appointment. First 12 done.